Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Jer here back with another epic video. Today, guys, I'm going to be starting a new series here on the channel. I've been thinking about doing this one for a while. I figured I'd go ahead and start it since I'm still waiting for some of my cards to come in for the deck profile videos, guys. That's really what I've been waiting for. That's why I haven't uploaded as much, and I've just had so much going on in work and live. So I apologize I haven't been uploading as much as I used to be. I'm trying to get back on track, and I think this series will definitely help me do that. So I'm going to start a new series today, guys, called Deck Mechanics. What I'm going to do is go through in today's video. You've probably already noticed by the title of the of the video, of course. But today I'm going to be going through and breaking down how the Six Samurai deck works, flows, and how to play against the deck, basically. So this way, maybe whether you're playing the deck or you're thinking about playing the deck, or you're playing against somebody that's using the deck, and you haven't quite figured out how to beat the deck or play against your opponent or things like that. Or so that's kind of why I'm starting this series, guys, to go through and teach you guys how to play against different decks. Or maybe just by watching one of these videos, you'll think, hey, I actually want to play that deck. I saw something that you liked in the particular video. So that's really the point of this, is to teach you guys how the deck works, and then two, how to play against it if you happen to face the deck, basically. So that's mostly what I'm going to focus in this series, guys. So if you guys videos like this and other videos that I do for unboxing videos, tutorials, tips and tricks and things like that we have here on channel, and deck profiles definitely as well, make sure you guys smash that like button and get subscribed, guys. Only 25% of our viewers are subscribed, so 75% of you guys are watching the videos here on the channel but not yet subscribed. So please, I'd really appreciate it a lot if you guys would get subscribed. Remember, guys, once we get to 100 subscribers, I'll be giving away a free booster box with Phantom Rage coming out. If we hit 100 subscribers, that'll be the set that I'm giving away to lucky one of you guys, is a set for a booster box of Phantom Rage. So if you guys want to win for me to give away a Phantom Rage set, let's see if we can hit that, get that up to 100 subscribers. As I'm making this video, guys, we're already at 66 subscribers, so we're not too far away. And if everybody that's already watching subscribed, that probably would put us, right there, at it, very right there at it. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video. So what I want to we'll start with, guys, is really just kind of going through these videos. If you guys like to see, I've come up with different ways to do these, but I figured I'd just do the actual cards. If you guys would like to see me do this as like a PowerPoint and breaking down, if it's easier and it makes more sense, let me know and I can do that. But I figured I'd just try this and see how you guys like it. If there's any other decks that you guys would like me to kind of break down how it works and to play against it, let me know. But we'll go through the Six Samurai one today. So what we're going to do, guys, is just start out the cards that you kind of want to see in your hand playing the deck first turn, right? So we'll look at the spells first. Gateway is the best card in the hand, right? It's what's going to allow you guys to cycle so much, or if you're playing against your opponent, it'll allow your opponent to cycle. So if you're playing against your opponent, guys, like playing against the deck, you definitely want to make sure you get rid of this card as soon as possible. Once you get this gone, you're going to slow down your opponent very much, because it's going to allow them to remove counters and add cards from their graveyard or deck to their hand, and they're just going to keep cycling and special summoning and eventually combo and either basically wipe out your board and kill you if they can attack, or they're just gonna build a board up first turn of nothing but negate, so you can't do nothing. So you want to get rid of this card as soon as possible. The dojo is really good. It's another card that gets counters, guys. All these are cards that get counters. These four, so you definitely play in the deck. You guys want to see one of these four cards in your hand, because they're the ones that get counters. These three here, you can have infinite counters. Basically, there's no limit to Gateway, Shin's Dojo, or Temple of the Six, how many counters you can have on this specific card. So you definitely you would really love to see, right, one of the infinite counters in your hand first turn. If not, if you get the United, that's fine too. But at least first turn, you want to see one of these four cards in your hand, because without one of them, you're not going to be able to do any of your combos. So that's why you can imagine, you're playing multiples in the deck. I'll have an updated deck profile, guys. That's some of the cards I'm waiting for to come in. So I'll have an updated deck profile for you guys for the Six Sams, probably in a week or two. It really depends when the cards come in. I may get them later this week, and I can do the video, towards the end of this week or beginning of next week. But yeah. So you want to see one of these guys to help combo off. I'll go through some combos here in a little bit so you guys can see how the deck works. Another card that you want to kind of see at the start of your turn that helps pull some of your monsters to your hands is Reinforcement of the Army. We are playing a warrior deck, so definitely a good card to have. And also this Shin Smoke Signal is basically another Reinforcement of the Army. It's going to let you add a 3 or lower. Six Samurai from your deck to your hand. So really good card, guys. So these are just the spells, just to run through them again really quickly, that you want to see in your hand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one. You just need one of them. You don't necessarily need one of these, but it does come in handy. But you definitely need one of these four. So next, guys, we'll go into the monsters, and then I'll go into some combo plays. And I'm also going to go over, guys, when you should negate stuff. So that's probably going to be the best part of the video. So make sure you guys stick to that. I'll do that towards the end of the video. So make sure you guys stick towards the end of the video, and I'm going to go over when you should. Because I've been playing so many people online, and just in person too, and it's like they negate at the wrong time, and then you're basically gone. I'm gonna out combo you and destroy your board and OTK you that turn. You're not gonna get another turn if I can attack. If I'm going first turn and you messed up, I'm gonna go ahead and go for combo and put up like Naturia Beast and stuff like that, so you can't do nothing your turn anyway. So it's not really gonna matter. So I'll go over that at the end. So make sure you guys stick to that. So other monsters you want to see is like Kaizen. He can special summon if you have another Six Samurai on the field. Same thing for Grandmaster, but you can only have one of him on the field. Mizuho's really good. Shinai, they special summon off of each other, guys, if you're not very familiar with the deck. I'll link some of my videos with the deck too, and how it works, and some duels that I've got with the deck. I'll share those in the up in the description if you guys want to check them out too. Fireflint Lady is another good card that you kind of want to see first turn, or Kaigeki. All these cards will let you. They basically play off each other, guys, and they're going to allow you to go into your link summons that we'll do here in just a second. But you definitely want to see, some of these as far as monster-wise cards in your hand first turn. So let's do next, guys. So the next part we're going to go into is the combos. So let's go into some combo plays. That's very common with this deck. So let's do. What we're going to do, guys, is you're going to start out, your opponent's going to start out if you're playing the deck, guys. We're doing it from both perspectives, remember. So your opponent's more than likely going to go for a Zold first. So if you guys aren't familiar what she does, she's made by 2 warrior monsters, which is yet again why you want the ones that are going to special summon to your side of the field, so you can easily get 2 warriors out of the field to play her, guys, to link into your turn. And then what's going to happen is when she's link summoned, I can add 1 warrior monster from my deck to my hand. But then that card can't be special summoned this turn. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull the card from her to discard when you go to use Battle Shogun's effect. We'll get into his effect here in a second. So that's what you're going to do. So when you play her, you're going to send your 2 warriors to the graveyard, play her, then add the warrior you're going to discard. Most people usually end up discarding, pulling one of their Kaigekis from the deck and sending it to the graveyard. It's very common. Almost everyone specifically picks him. For that move, as you can imagine why. So then the rest of it, guys, what you're going to do is then you can send equip cards from your deck to the graveyard. Then you can special summon from your deck the number of the equip cards you sent to that warrior. So like, for example, if I play, like, to get her out, let's say that I had, maybe I had, a normal summon Mizuho, and then special summon Kaizen because I have Mizuho on the field. And then what I'm going to do, we'll send them to the graveyard, and then we'll special summon her. And then what I'm going to do, guys, is send one of my Living Fossils, which is one of my equip cards, from the deck to the graveyard. So that'll go to the graveyard. And then what I'm going to do is then I'm going to special summon my Fuma now to the field. Now you can use different ones. Some people will do Fuma. Some people may bring out Shin Squire. Some people may bring out Gemba, guys. But it's all going to be the same version, so it's not really a big deal. The same play, what they're going to do is go into next. And then, of course, ideally, you're going to have like Dojo or something like this, so as you're already doing this. So they've already got this on the field. They played those 2, so they've already got 2 counters. By doing that plus play and bringing out Fuma gives the 3 counters. So at this point, Dojo would already have 3 counters. Then they're going to link summon again, guys. And now we're going to go into the Battle Shogun. So what Battle Shogun's going to allow us to do is now it's going to let us to get rid of the card that we added from that effect. Like I said, most people are going to add Kaigeki, so they're going to discard the Kaigeki they just pulled thanks to Azold. And then use his effect. And what he does, guys, is you can send, by you send it at the graveyard, then that allows you to bring one of your card that gets counter. So I could bring any of the ones that I wanted. I could pull another Dojo. If I want another Dojo, I could pull Temple of the Six. I could pull Gateway. I could pull United. If I don't have Gateway in my hand, they're always going to pull Gateway. So then they're going to go have... So we've already got 3 counters, guys. Now we've got that on the field. So now we can just continue to combo from here. Because to use Gateway's effect to keep pulling cards from our... I'll put it up here so because of the glare, guys. I'll move it a little bit further up so you can see it. So what we're going to do now, right, is because they've got that, so now they can continue to combo and do other stuff on the board. So now they've basically they can do what they want at this point. So anything that you do, like negate-wise, is already pretty much too late, guys. So that's basically how the deck works, guys. They're just going to continue to build counters off of the cards they've already gotten, like Dojo or whatever. You know, it doesn't really matter. It can be any of, you know, the United or, you know, the field spell, you know, Temple of the Six. It doesn't matter which one. They're just going to continue putting, you know, counters, whichever, you know, one or two. They've got at least one, if not two, more than likely at this point. They've already got one of these 2 on the field, and they're just going to continue to combo, bringing out the ones that special summon, which are yet again like the Grandmaster. Kaizen's going to be the one that we special summon the most, or if they try and do like the infinite counter move, right, they'll do these guys and just keep bringing them back and forth. So you're going to see them loop through these cards probably a lot if you haven't already stopped this play. So we'll go through, guys, now for the final part of the video. If you guys have made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. So when you should start stopping stuff for this deck, guys. So really what you want to do when they start, you know, trying to discard stuff, or maybe you're trying to figure out what to ash or when to imperm, things like that, is really when you're going like, so for example, we'll put the Dojo, you know, back on the field. You know, so we got the Dojo on the field, and they've got the same thing like we said before, right? We've got the Mizuho and the Kaizen. What I see a lot of people do mistake is what they'll do is they'll do these 2, which, you know, when we send them to the graveyard, then people I've been playing, when I go to bring out a Zold, they'll end up usually like imperming her, so I can't, you know, add the card, and then also I can't use her effect to send the equipped spell card that you guys saw me do to bring out the Fuma, which is good too, right? That works, but the downside with that is if I have a Dojo, right, and a lot of times I'll end up having Dojo be the one that I have face down because I'll run 3 of them like most people do, as I'm just going to go ahead and use the 2 counters I have, send it, bring out the Fuma anyway from the deck, guys, and send them both to the graveyard, and then go right into combo. And if that's the only one they had, they just wasted their, you know, their imperm. So it's very important that if you have imperm in your hand and you're playing against your deck, guys, wait till Shogun comes out and play it on Shogun. If you play it too soon, you don't care about them doing a Zold. They're just going through the loop. They haven't got to the part that really matters. You don't care about them doing a Zold and using a Zold's effect, adding the card and bringing out whatever tuner they're bringing out, because they're going to go right into him. They may do cycle things around him, but he's really one that matters. There may be a few chances maybe where you want to negate this first, but it really just kind of depends on the board and your hand and stuff like that. So just make sure you're reading the field, but I would say 99% of the time you'd want to do it the way that I just described. Or if you have like Ash in your hand, now's the time you guys would want to Ash. So I wouldn't Ash, like for example, if they play at the start of their turn to Ash bait you like I do a lot of the times to my opponents. Let me find, like for example, I'll Ash bait people, guys, with like Upstart Goblin, One Day of Peace, you know, the smoke signals that we talked about. Where did reinforcement of the army go? But yeah, I use like them. I'll use these usually if I already had them in my hand first before I do anything, guys, just to Ash bait them, because a lot of people that don't play the deck, as soon as you play this, a lot of people will go ahead and, you know, try and negate one of these cards. Especially if I try and use like these 3. Usually this one they're not going to care about, because if I'm probably playing this, I'm probably, you know, I can't kill them, so you're going to be more than likely cool with that, plus they get to draw a card too. But if me playing one of these cards, usually most people will fall for it and negate it, and that's why I did that specifically, so they'll go ahead and Ash me there, so when I go for Shogun later, they won't be able to stop Shogun's effect. So that's when you guys really want to stop and do your, you know, Ash or your Imperm, things like that, or maybe Nibiru, you know, depending on how far they've gotten or what summons they've already done, things like that, because this is the point, you know, and also depending if they have the what spell cards they have for the counters. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. I'm going to continue doing videos like this. If you guys would like me to do a different format, like I mentioned, like doing it like as a PowerPoint and kind of going through the slides and stuff like that, if that makes it easier for you guys to understand and me to do the demonstration better than using the cards, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really good fun series, me starting here on the channel. It's going to get me back to me uploading daily again. If you guys have made it to the end of the video, like always, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys get subscribed if you're not subscribed. Make sure you guys like the video if you haven't liked the video. Let me know down below in the comments too, guys, what other videos that you would like to see me do around this series. Like what's a deck that you would like to see me break down, how it flows and how to play against it, and when you should do your negates and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys found this video very helpful, how to play against the Six Samurai deck and how it works and how it flows, the basics of it. But that'll do it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.